Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Quebec Single Track Experience. Yes, we're started. This is our first stage briefing of this year, and this is our sixth edition. We are really excited to welcome 200 participants for Friday when we are going to have this 5 day, the 3 day, and the 1 day race all together. We need to start by thanking our partners, to saying a big thank you to our partners. So we have Spheric with their support, with their workshop to help us before and after the stages. They're there for you to so you can have the best experience possible if anything happens with your bike. We also have Shimano going with a feed zone, with a tech zone on course if anything happens during the race or during the stage. And we have La Voix Malte, which is a microbrasserie locale from here, from Quebec. They're giving each participant one beer in the end of this week. So before getting to the subject, we want to remind you of the signalization, the course marking, how it works. So this is this arrow shows where to go, the direction to be followed. We have the X. How do we say that in English? X. That it means stop and go back on the course until you find the last arrow that you missed. Don't get out of the course. That's really important. And one thing that we haven't mentioned yet on our general briefing is that you will also find these arrows pointing down. And when they're pointing down, it means that there is a steep terrain coming soon. So if you see one arrow pointing down, it is a descent, a steep descent. If you see two arrows together, it is steeper. And if you see three of them, make sure you are ready and you feel under control of your bike to tackle that terrain. Otherwise, you might consider walking. You also know that you will see the crossing signage. This means that the course is gonna cross. We're gonna see riders from the race, and in this case, security always comes first. Please be aware of that and be mindful. So, the question everyone has been asking, yes, we do check the weather every second, and we are really aware of all that rain predicted for tomorrow, tonight. We have between 60 and 100 millimeters announced. And this is for sure going to, if that happens, it will impact the terrain. It will make the terrain really soaking wet. And as you all know, we destroy the trails when we ride on the trails so wet. So what we're doing, we're looking for a shorter course for San Raymond and for Empire 47. We are really lucky they're letting us ride on those trails because they usually close the bike centers when there is so much rain announced. So, but we are going to see some adaptations. But again, we are lucky that we're going to get to ride tomorrow and on Tuesday. So we're gonna be doing a 15-kilometer course tomorrow in San Raymond. There won't be a short course because this is the short course, and that also means we don't have a feed zone tomorrow. We will have the normal feed zone after the finish. We're gonna offer the post-race snack, and everything is gonna be normal. It's just that we had to adapt the course because of the rain. We're again lucky that we're gonna get to ride, and it's supposed to be really fun, even though it's gonna be raining. The start gate opens at 9:30 and it closes at 9:45. That means you have 15 minutes to get into the starting gate. And we have two gates this year. One, the front one is for the racers, and the second one is for the riders. When you are in the gate, it is the rule is first arrived, first served. So if you want to start in the front line or more in the front of the pack, make sure you get there early, closer to 9:30, so you get your place. check in Checking in when you enter the gate is mandatory. If we don't check you in, if we don't see that you are there, we will not know that you started the race, and it's like you were not there, you didn't show up. So make sure that the commissary sees you and writes down your number when you check in the start gate. What else? We start at 10 a.m. like planned. That didn't change. And we don't have a cutoff for tomorrow. So you can ride as fast as you want. And the course is shortened, and everybody should be good to go. We don't have an updated map of the race course for tomorrow because it changed, but the base is still the same, and I'm going to try to explain to you what changed. But first of all, I want to say that Shimano will be there on kilometer 11, and that's going to be really nice to count on them if we have any mechanical problems due to the heavy rain and the mud. They will be there on kilometer 11. So we are gonna do the normal start. We're gonna do like that sort of square movement, and when there is a black a rectangle with a lot of like trails that go like this on this map, that's gonna be cut short. So we're gonna do one climb, one descent, and continue on the normal course. So basically, we're avoiding one very technical climb that was part of the course last year, and we continue to the normal course. And we don't do that on the right side of the map. We don't do that long sausage. We go straight up, and we do whatever is in that loop on top of the in the black square, more on the top middle. And then we go back, and that's gonna be 15 kilometers total. I hope that helped. I hope you guys understood something. So be careful. It's going to be muddy. It could be really slippery tomorrow. It's just the first day. I know you guys are going to be excited to ride and go fast and go strong, but it will be more interesting to hold back a little bit and avoid problems and crashes. One very, very important thing is if you decide to drop out of the race tomorrow, what do you do? You need to stay on course all the time. You cannot leave the course, and you have to either move forward until the next volunteer or staff member, or you stay where you are and you wait for the next squad member to pass and to see you and to help you do the dropout procedure of the race. Another very important thing is, since the course changed, it is even more important for you to follow the arrows to make sure you do the right course. And it could actually be, if the conditions change again, we could even have to change even more the course. So make sure you really follow the arrows and not just the idea of what the course is. What else? Tomorrow we're also going to have a place to go inside, so the podium ceremony will be there after, well, about 1 hour after the arrival of the first rider. The full experience riders are staying in the base camp with us, and this is what the schedule is looking like. It didn't change. Everything is the same. So we have breakfast from 6:30 until 7:30. At 7:45, that's when you're supposed to be outside ready with your backpack and everything you need for the day with you. Make sure you have extra clothes. I don't know if you heard about it, but it might be wet tomorrow. So bring extra everything so you can drive back in. And when you're back in the bus after the ride, you are at least drier. When you get here, if we get here too early, we can plan some activities in the base camp, but you might be busy washing your clothes. Dinner is at 6 p.m. We have the briefing at 7 p.m. And that's it for the day. So that's it for the briefing of the stage one of the Quebec Single Track Experience 2023. We are going to try to bring you a lot of sun through our energy during these rainy days. I hope you have a really good night and see you tomorrow.